love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. You know we got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York. So if you're located in one of those locations, make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you'll get a special pick when you sign up. Of course, I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Cam and Mase.
So,
What
homie,
up?
what's good with you?
You Colorado now.
Yeah, OJ on the show. I wanted to let him know. I know we don't skip no games over in Colorado. You know, we got in-house and in-state rivalry coming up this week, but I had to let the Juice know. I see what's going on week 4, man.
Ooh.
You know what's happening week 4, Juice. You hear me?
Yeah, it's sort of scary,
Yeah, you better be scared. You better
Oregon.
be scared. You better be scared, man. All right? Yeah.
Speed kills, baby. They got speed. That worries me.
Yeah,
USC.
yeah. I had to let you and Mace know.
Yeah.
I'm coming back with my suit tomorrow, but I hold on, just in case y'all thought it was a joke.
Okay, I hope Dion NIL gonna pay that fine.
I had to let them know, man. Like I said, we not skipping no weeks. We know we got a tall task ahead of us this week. You know me, the coaching staff, the support staff.
Oh, you're part of the staff.
Yeah,
now.
I'm part of, we don't skip weeks, but I had to let the Juice know. Keyshawn Johnson, Reggie Bush, everybody else,
you getting carried
week
away
4,
with
you know
this
what's
Colorado.
up, baby. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Well, don't be acting like this. Don't act like this is a tough week, Colorado State. Don't be trying to play like this is a tough week.
Oh, see,
They're going to run
see,
the
my
boys
thing,
out of the state.
my thing is
It's
this.
hard after this week when Oregon and USC. That's when we're going to
That's
see
what I
just
told
how
them,
great
Juice.
they are. And I think they're great.
This is what I told him, Juice. None of that matters. Look at me. Colorado, I love you guys. Dion, you're doing a brilliant job. You pause. Y'all looking good out there. Not as good as I'm looking these days, but but you're looking good out there. And number 2, he's running with my number. Shador got my number.
You was never number 2.
Number 2.
You was never number 2,
In my own
bro.
videos, I wore number 2.
You're a funny nigga. Hey, yo, listen,
Yeah.
listen. You know what? Listen, Juice. Now is not a tall task. They only predicted them to win 3 games all year. They predicted to lose to TCU. They smacked Nebraska. Now Colorado ain't as yet. Now it ain't crazy. Y'all people out there wild, man. Y'all some wild niggas.
OJ moving the goalpost.
Yeah, y'all some wild boys, man.
OJ,
Now
you moving the
Colorado
goalpost.
State ain't a tall task. It's crazy, man. But before the season started, it was 3 games. Now it ain't a tall task. All right, listen, man.
Well,
Week
they
4,
brought in all those guys that
Week
wanted
4.
to be Dion.
Let me make sure I get my merch right. Week 4, baby. Yeah, man. We can't wait. We not skipping this week, but Juice, I'll see you next week, man. We gonna talk about this.
Well, I think it's 2 weeks. Don't they play Oregon next week? And then SC after that?
Is it?
I might be wrong.
You might be right or wrong.
I might be wrong, but I
Either
think
way,
they got
y'all on
Oregon,
the
then SC.
Okay, you might be right, but you're on the calendar. All right? I had to let you know where I stand, man. And that's
I'm
that.
scared.
All right, cool.
Just like I've been saying for the last 2 weeks about the Jets and Miami, how I was scared for my Buffalo Bills going against those 2 teams.
Yeah.
All right,
And we
look,
saw what happened.
all right, we're going to get to that in a
we'll
minute,
get into
man.
that. And again, thank you to our football analyst, OJ Simpson, for joining us today. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers had his debut with the New York Jets for Monday
my
Night
goodness.
Football, and nothing went as expected. After 4 plays, he was injured, and it was reported that he tore his Achilles and will be out the rest of the season. What are your thoughts?
Cam, no, I'm about to go on this. Listen. Everybody's watching me. I might need to pull up the footage because last week I said I need to see the first game is going to tell me everything I need to know if I need to be a Jets fan or not. You remember this.
You did
Why
say
would
that.
you be a Jets fan?
You did
Why
say
would
that.
you be a Jets fan, though? Like, yo.
Cam, this is just letting you know I'm gifted.
You're the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's That's your team.
See, I always know what's going to happen, Cam.
Man.
I told you this. I said it's only going to take me, pause, one game to know if we need to really seriously be Jet fans or not, and just let us know. We don't need to be Jet fans. Nothing has changed.
What
about
I gotta
OJ?
say, the Jets are still going to be good. They got that defense, and that kid learned a lot from Aaron. Unfortunately, 9/11 is just a bad date for New York, you know. But you got to play. That's the problem with not playing at all before you go out on the field. That wasn't a bad tackle. You got to get your body loose. You got to get some contact. And I always thought it was a mistake not to play at all in the preseason. You know, you throw the ball a couple of times, I guess, in the last game or second to last game. But you really got to get hit. You got to get hit a few times. Your body reacts differently the more you get hit. And, hey, you and I, Cam, last week, we were talking about paying these guys. Do you realize that he's got a guaranteed contract for this year and next year?
Right.
I don't know if he's going to come back from this. Older guys don't heal the way younger. Trust me, I know. I had a knee late in my career. That man has made $22 million a play.
He's stealing money. You basically trying to say he's stealing money.
Is that what you're saying?
He's stealing
money, but I know ain't no brother going to get away with that. Well, I guess Watson might get away with it.
Right.
But they got to pay him this year, next year, and I think it's a big question mark if he's going to be able to come back next year. I really do, because it's excuse my language, Treasure. It's a bitch to rehab. It really is.
Right. And
at that age, it's kind of hard to rehab and then come back and not know if you're going to be 100% next year. So I think it's 50-50 that he may never play again.
What I'll say about this is big shout out to Underdog, because I've been under half a yard.
So they did know what they was talking about.
I took a chance on it. I said, yo, what kind of fucking bet is this? Let me throw a stack on this and see how it work out. The nigga didn't get a yard, so I made some cash on it. Shout out to our sponsor and all that.
Shout out to the sponsor.
You know what I'm saying?
Underdog Fantasy.
Yes. So, but and that's a factory. But back to the game and back to what OJ was saying, because you bro, you and Sin are the only people that want to make predictions 28 weeks into the season. You cannot, that's not
Cam,
being a real,
I know what I know,
that's
Cam.
not making a real prediction, no murder talk about, we got to wait till week 6 to see what we going to do. As an analyst, it's on you to make a prediction.
Hey, me and OJ was speaking the same language.
Listen, OJ has his fantasy team. OJ,
I'm going to tell you, I think the Jets are going to win have double-digit wins.
Listen,
I think that kid, Wilson, learned a lot already from Aaron, and Aaron seemed to love New York. If he want to get hated by these people in New York, he's got to kind of stick around, even if he's in a booth on the sideline upstairs in the booth. He's got to be in this kid's ear, because this kid has learned a lot.
That's what I was about. That's what I was about to say. I was about to say the same thing, Juice. Aaron's going to be coaching. He's going to be right there to tell this kid what to do. Secondly, look.
I believe it when I see it.
Of course you do. Of course. You make no
Jets
predictions.
Have never proved me wrong. In all the years I've been a New Yorker.
Listen, so let me give you my opinion on the whole shit. I ain't even give my opinion yet. So what I'll say is this. Look, that defense looked amazing last night. Mm-hmm. You know, they had Josh Allen in a frenzy. You know what I mean? Three picks. That's very uncharacteristic for them. They were 7-4 before they lost 6 games in a row last year. Yeah. The defense is tremendous. Now, if you got Aaron Rodgers and this kid here coaching them, helping them out, that'll be great. He, like you said, I was watching Hard Knocks. Aaron Rodgers was having so much fun. He was happy to be in New York. This shit is just a Debbie Downer. I didn't even put the parallel that New York is having bad days on 9/11, which is fucking wild. Now that Juice mentioned it, that's some wild shit. But goodness. But what I will say is this, and this is what I want to ask you, Mase, even you, Treasure and Juice, who would be a good pick for the Jets to go get as a quarterback, starting or a backup quarterback?
You know, well, if I could go, I would say the best person for the job at this point is none other than the great Tom Brady.
That's mad disrespectful. First of all, it's in conference. Tom was just up there. Listen, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
but
I think rings.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Rings.
But that's just not, look.
If it's just a one-off, he's coming to play this one season, and then he's out. He's back into retirement with Gigi and all.
I'm not mad, but that's
Brady. Look, if Brady played, if you look at Brady, the last thing he's been doing is working out. I mean, he probably runs and eats right to keep his weight down because he looks real slim. His head is not into it. If Brady came back, they may be carrying him off the field. The best person they got right now is a kid that's there. And they got to get a veteran, obviously, there because, I do my little X-cast. And I made a point today that all this kid has to do, just like Dak Prescott, who may not want to hear this, those two guys with the defenses they got, just like the 49ers, great defense, great wide receivers, running backs that can take it to the house, they got to play like Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy just plays where he doesn't hurt the team. He doesn't try to do, hero ball. He's like Greasy. He's a lot like Greasy and Bart Starr was. He's got all that talent around him. Just don't hurt the team. Just don't throw it away. Don't play hero ball. Throw the ball away and don't force anything. And if he does that, this team is good enough. I'm telling you, this Jet team is loaded. They're good enough to win double-digit games.
But give us a name of who his backup would be. Who would you go get for his backup?
OJ?
They're gonna get you can't get the boy from Harvard because he's on TV with chains and everything in that commercial I see. I can't think of the guy that the guy that came up with
worse than Sin City.
The guy that came up with I don't know why I can't think of his name. He's been moving around. He was a top draft choice a few years ago. He was at Philly. He went to Washington.
This is
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
That was my answer.
As a backup, let him learn the system. At least he could run. You know what I mean? He can scramble if he has to.
That was going to be my answer. I had two answers. I had Carson Wentz, and I got Colin Kaepernick. I don't know if Colin Kaepernick's in shape. And it's, for real, this shit.
You trolling right now.
No, but it makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It does make sense.
This is what I'm saying. It's like
too many years away from the game.
The whole thing about
Kaepernick.
You know the thing they villainized Kaepernick like he did something crazy. Like, yo, give this man a shot. And if not, I'd agree with OJ as far as Carson Wentz. But the thing about with Kaepernick, he's being crucified and villainized, and they won't give him a shot, which is cool or whatever. But at this point, you definitely need a backup. You know what's crazy? Last night they didn't even have their third string activated.
Yeah.
So if the quarterback got hurt, second string got hurt, they wouldn't even have an official quarterback on the team.
Cobb would have been the quarterback.
Right.
Cobb would have had to play quarterback.
But that he's played in college. He's not like official NFL quarterback. You get what I'm saying?
No, he's not at all.
Yeah,
he's not at all. They would have been in big trouble.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. So I'm not mad at Carson Wentz. That was going to be one of my answers, and I'm not mad at Colin, man. Give him a shot, man. So Colin Kaepernick? Yeah. This agent reached out to the Jets.
We know they ain't going to get Tim Tebow.
Well, it seems like you got something to say about this.
I was just going to say my statistical answer would be Carson Wentz. It would just make the most sense to put him, there for now. I mean, Kaepernick would be the most entertaining because having Aaron Rodgers, it was a lot of hype. So to bring Kaepernick in, I think a lot of people would tune in to see what he could do, even though I think a lot of people are just expecting his downfall. But because of the pressure on him, I think he would have a lot to prove and he would play well at the position. So those are my thoughts.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I lost your sound for a while. Treasure, who are you talking about?
Kaepernick. I was saying he'd be the most entertaining, but Carson Wentz would be the most realistic option.
If you were talking about Kaepernick, 3 years ago,
Yeah.
I would say, okay, he's not away from the game that long. He's been away from the game like 5 years, hasn't it?
Might be longer than that.
It's been a good amount of time.
And he's got to learn the whole system.
Yeah.
He's got to come in and learn the system, the terminology of this team. That's asking a lot.
But that's gonna be with anybody, Juice.
OJ, you might want to chill on that one. It's gonna sound like you're hating on Kaepernick, Juice. I don't like that for you.
I would love to see it. I was so glad he went to the 49ers out of Nevada.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a Niner.
Right.
I grew up in San Francisco. I was 100% behind him. I thought he had the right to do what he did, and I thought he got screwed the way they treated him. They literally blackballed him. We all know that out of the league. But his girlfriend didn't help the situation either.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, I will say though,
if you recall,
I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just the reason I didn't elaborate on that is funny. It's funny, Juice. So I just dropped the EP. Make sure y'all go get a camera on the Lost Files and all that. That's out now. I didn't elaborate it because this girl just reached out to me to do an interview. So I'm like, let me just, she's in that space in the music interview space. So I'm like, I'm just going. I don't got time to get badgered on the radio tomorrow morning from her tomorrow afternoon, whatever time slot she got.
Kim is real political these days.
Man, fuck everybody.
That's the Kim I'm looking for.
Listen, man. You know the reason on some G shit. The real reason I didn't elaborate is because I know what OJ's talking about, but I didn't do the real due diligence behind it. I remember she was beefing about Jay-Z going to the NFL and kind of saying that we moved past the Kaepernick situation. It's time to move on, and she was mad about that. But I don't have enough information to talk about it and then sound stupid about not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what type of time I'm
it's
on,
old news. It's old news.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, do I need to show
Remind
niggas?
me.
Say less.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah. We got company OJ
here.
and
but let me just put it this way. You cannot dog owners, cannot dog coaches if you want your boyfriend to get into the league, to get traded and get picked up by another team. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go.
These owners are rich and they're spoiled. And they ain't going to take people dogging.
okay. So even without Rodgers, right? The Jets still took the dub. They won the game 22-16 in overtime against the Bills. What were your thoughts on the game? And were you even expecting, the Jets to come back and win?
Listen, I watched that whole game.
Yeah.
That was a very entertaining game, man. The touchdown on the floor, the punt return for the win. Like I said a little while ago, the Jets defense is spectacular. They were spectacular last year. We just got to see what happens and how this quarterback plays in his second week. I think him, he led off with an interception. Then that touchdown gave him some confidence, and I think that he'll gain momentum and confidence this week, especially with Aaron Rodgers in. And if he got the support of the rest of the team, I think they'll be all right.
Can any of you name the quarterback that was the Jets quarterback last year when they beat the Bills?
To be honest with you, the last quarterback for the Jets, we're New Yorkers too, is Joe Namath.
Yeah, I know they beat the Bills last year.
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath. We fuck with champions. Joe Namath is the last quarterback we remember, Juice. That's all.
That's where I was going with it, Juice. See, when you talk to me, all I talk is rings. If it's not rings, I don't count it, So all of this was real cool, them winning the game. I just don't see them.
Juice said he played against Joe Namath.
Yeah, Juice almost missed the leather helmet era.
Let me tell you, Joe and I went into the Hall of Fame together the same year.
There you go, man.
Joe and I and Roger Staubach and Pete Rozelle, we all went into the Hall of Fame together. That was our class.
Well, that's the last quarterback from the Jets we remember. The last quarterback, that was the last quarterback that was important. You know who else, the other quarterback we remember because he embarrassed us so much? Sanchez with the fucking butt fumble pause with all that dumb shit. Embarrassed the whole city with that dumbass shit, man. Yo,
well,
we got time for
the
that shit.
They did play for a championship of the AFC with Sanchez. Now he's a USD guy, so I refuse to hear you.
Yo, listen, you heard what you said, Juice? The AFC championship, not the Super Bowl. You and Rex is the only one who thought that y'all was going to the Super Bowl. That's it. You went to AFC Championship. That is not the Super Bowl,
They
Juice.
lost to Baltimore.
That's not Juice. That's not the Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah, Juice, we're going to need you to be Paul's an expert up here.
Only a few people are fortunate enough to go. Hey, look, I was AFC MVP 3 or 4 years, and I led the league in rushing forever, broke records, and I never got to the Super Bowl because we never had the defense that the Jets have. You can go to the Super Bowl with a great defense and a so-so quarterback.
Hey, yo, Juice, you got to chill, Juice.
Yeah,
you got to
Juice,
now. You got to chill because now you know why I'm mad at you.
Juice,
Now
wow.
look, Juice,
You
broke records and all that and everything else. Now look. Please don't start comparing yourself to fucking Mark Sanchez. You had Hearst commercials. You was in the movie Airplane. You was jumping over fucking railings to get the flights. You had a lot of shit going on as far as marketing was going on. You were a star. I ain't see Mark Sanchez in the fucking Dorito commercial, Juice. Stop this shit with you and Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, they didn't give Mark Sanchez a taco commercial.
Yeah, now, if you was going to sit here and compare yourself to Dan Marino, another nigga who ain't win no Super Bowls, I could say, okay. Stop, please, with the Mark Sanchez. You and Mark Sanchez in the same, so please, let's stop that shit, Juice. Stop. Stop.
Well, I wasn't comparing, but he's a USC guy, and you know how we USC guys are. At least you're going to find out in a couple of weeks.
You're the only one who remember you went to USC. We don't know that. We didn't know that.
Now, on the Green Bay side, how do you think Packers fans are feeling about Aaron Rodgers' injury? Because that was crazy.
Damn, that's fucked up.
On the Green Bay side, I know a few people from Milwaukee that used to go to the Green Bay games, and it was like, well. I'm not laughing at Aaron Rodgers because that's one of the guys I really like in the NFL. But when I spoke to them, they was like, when you play dummy games, you get dummy prizes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Juice, what you seem like you had something to say.
But he had a great spring. I saw him all over New York. He on TV. He had a great spring.
But what do you think that the Green Bay Packers
walked it away with $80-something million?
But Juice, hold on. The question is, what do you think the Green Bay Packer fans are feeling?
Yeah, they're feeling vindicated.
Yeah,
but they're winning with this guy Love. I think they probably feel just like they felt when Favre left.
That's a good point. That's what I was going to say.
And he went to the Jets too, and it didn't work out for him because he ended up in 1 year going to Minnesota. But it is what it is. It's a game of football.
Listen,
I don't think anybody's happy that he got hurt, that he's going out like this. Because personally, I know in his heart he may want to, but I honestly feel at 40 next year or later this year, he's not coming back from this injury.
What I'll say about this is that, listen, and football fans are tough, man.
Yeah.
And what I'll say is this. This is what I feel. And this is not Cam. This is what I feel the Green Bay Packer fans are feeling.
Yeah.
Better them than us.
Yeah.
That's what I really think.
And that's what I was saying. By laughing, we're not laughing at the injury because we know that's both of us probably have torn our Achilles. You torn yours?
I tore all the ligaments in my ankle. Right.
Yeah. I tore my Achilles playing basketball with Terrell Owens. If you out there, Terrell Owens, you be fouling wild crazy, bro. I go out there, I do a move, I try to get the rebound, I come down, I just hit.
Right.
I just
back in my day,
and then I was just I can't play with Terrell.
Back when I played, you didn't come back from an Achilles.
He's a football
Now they got different fabrics that sew it up, but back then Achilles meant the end of your career. Dobbins, the running back from Baltimore, he went down pretty much the same way. They said it was an ankle injury. They thought that's what it was, even though they thought it might be worse. And then Then yesterday they announced that it was an Achilles. So that's
Listen,
two
man,
guys that went down with Achilles. I don't know what field they played on, but you know those those artificial surfaces are horrible. They look good and everything, but guys are getting hurt on
you
them
know what's
all
crazy?
the time.
Antonio Brown said the Jets field is the worst.
Yeah.
He said
Yeah.
that Jets field is the worst, man.
Oh, so you're blaming
those
it on the
artificial
turf
fields-
now?
I'm just telling
And
A
you.
lot of people are, though.
if you they don't want to change the fields, but look, the World Cup is coming, and they're changing artificial fields everywhere. Every stadium the World Cup is going to play in is going to go back to regular grass
Right.
here, so they can do it. They should get back to regular grass because I don't think any of the players love playing on artificial surface.
What I'll say is this, and last thing before we move on, is that I know it's two different sports, and I know they're at two different ages, but if you ask somebody to look at to get back to greatness after an injury like this, it's Kevin Durant. Yeah, so Kevin Durant.
Nowadays you do it.
Yeah, Kevin Durant is, Klay Thompson too, but Kevin Durant went right back to being Kevin Durant. And I know it's two different sports, but if you got somebody that you want to talk to and see what you have to do to rehab and go through anything to get back to the greatness that you was at, I would call Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And I will add, I do hope Aaron Rodgers has a speedy recovery because at the end of the day, that was like one of the worst plot twists that could have happened. I think we were all just wanting to see how he was going to play. So it really does suck. I hope they have a good replacement coming up because I know fans aren't that confident in Zach Wilson, but we'll see what happens as time goes on. So this brings
9/11 in New York.
Let us know in the comments down below who you think should be the backup quarterback. And with that, we'll be right back.
Get well, Aaron Rodgers.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. Wanna be free.
Welcome back. So let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. This Thursday, the Eagles will play the Vikings. So Cam and Mase. Underdog fantasy has Jalen Hurts to get half a yard. That's literally it. You have him higher or lower?
Of course, he should go high. After Aaron Rodgers, we don't know. And get well, Aaron Rodgers. We really wish you a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, man.
I don't know what you mean by half a yard.
Hold on. You guys sit this one out for 2 minutes. Me and Mase got to do this.
Okay.
This is like for our sponsor real quick. We'll let you know when to come back in. Let's start all over.
Okay,
Let's start
so
from
can I
the
start?
What is a half a yard?
We'll talk about it after we
it's like
finish.
picking, I'll note you. I'll bring you back in. So
Yeah.
I'll say your name.
Yeah.
Just count me when you guys are ready. Okay. Welcome back. So let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. This Thursday, the Eagles will play the Vikings. So Cam and Mase. Underdog fantasy has Jalen Hurts to get half a yard. Do you have him higher or lower?
I don't know these days. After Aaron Rodgers. And we wish you to get well, very speedily. But thinking of what happened with Aaron Rodgers, it's just been tough on quarterbacks this season. So, but I'm going to go higher. I'm wishing the best.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know what the fuck underdog know, but they be knowing some shit for somebody to say a half a yard. And then Aaron Rodgers don't get a half a yard. I'm going to go higher as well, though. I'm going to go higher as well because if it happened twice, I'm calling underdog.
I'm calling Nick right now.
Yo, Nick, what the fuck y'all got going on that we don't know? Because they was
better not be Pete Rosen.
Yeah, listen. I made some money last night because I was like, yo, listen, let me just take a chance. Because fuck it, why not? It's shorties, and then you come up like that. It's crazy. Pause.
Okay. On the Viking side, Kirk Cousins has to make 1.5 passing touchdowns. Do you have him higher or lower?
I can see him getting one touchdown, but what you think, Killer?
I like Kirk Cousins a lot. You know why I like Kirk Cousins? Because he's a nigga that to the highest level manipulated the franchise tag. That's why I fuck with Kirk Cousins. They never give him no long-term contract. He stays healthy, and he get, when you at the franchise tag, you get the average of the 5 highest pay. So he be making 20, 30 million every year for like the last 8, 9 years. That's why I fuck with Kirk Cousins. I like what he did last couple of years. He playing decent. I'm gonna say higher. I'm gonna go with higher.
Yeah, let's pause. Let's go higher then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And lastly, Justin Jefferson is at 7 receptions. Do you have him higher or lower?
I'm going higher.
Higher.
Definitely. That boy don't play no games, boy. He don't play no games, man. But yo, look, real quick.
Play like his name is still on the line.
Yeah. And I think he's the best receiver in the NFL right now. I think he's number 1.
Yeah.
Yo, so listen, make sure you go to Underdog Fantasy, hit the link in the description, use code CAM. You heard? That way you're going to double up what you put up. So if you put up 30, you're going to get 60. If you put up 60, you get 120. You put up 100, you get 200. You know what I mean? And another thing, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button to It Is What It Is and join the app for Underdog Fantasy. Y'all niggas ain't hitting that motherfucking subscription button. We got 300,000-400,000 niggas a day watching the show. Make sure you hit the subscription button and download the app, the Underdog Fantasy, nigga.
That's right. If you ain't hating, hit the subscribe button right now.
Definitely. Now we are joined back with our analyst, OJ Simpson. Okay, so before moving along, we got to revert back to the Jets combo real quick because I got to ask about Josh Allen. Josh Allen turned the ball over 4 times, including 3 interceptions. Do you view him differently after this game?
Oh, no. Josh Allen is a football player. He's a star. I think the team relies on him too much. Some teams win with their scheme. If you look at Cincinnati with Joe Burrow, they beat you with the scheme. So does Shanahan with the 49ers. They got the scheme. I think the Bills sometimes rely a little too much on Josh making a big play, scrambling, even the touchdown that they got. He's scrambling and about to go over the line of scrimmage and kind of shoves the ball to the guy. He's a star. But, yeah, I think they rely on him a little too much. I think they should try to run the ball. I mean, seriously run the ball a little more like the 49ers do. And they got the defense. They got a good defense. One of those interceptions, the first one, really didn't count. It was 3rd and long. He threw it down. The guy caught it inside the 10. He got tackled there. That's like a long punt. So you don't really count that, right? The last one.
You don't count that.
What you talking about? Oh, it's on the interception list.
But you understand it. It was 3rd and long. They were on him. He just shoved it downfield, and it was like a good punt. It was going to be 4th down, and it would have been tough to get him inside the 10-yard line like it always is. But in the last one, I think Gabriel Davis didn't really run a great route. He ran kind of a bow out instead of running hard at the safety and breaking out hard. And he shouldn't have thrown it. I saw a receiver right in front of him. I think it was 3rd and 2, and it was a receiver right in front of him. He could have hit him for the 1st down, but Josh goes for the big play. And
Listen, man. This sounds like some Buffalo Bill favoritism shit that you got going on, man.
Yeah,
cut that shit out. The nigga talk about an interception ain't a real interception. It was about to be 4th down. What the fuck you talking about? That's some fucking Buffalo Bill favoritism shit. Listen, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this shit real quick. Let me ask you this shit real quick. Because, listen, I agree Josh Allen is a star. But let me ask you this. Is he a superstar? Because Patrick Mahomes is a superstar. Is Josh Allen a superstar?
When you start talking about quarterbacks, he's
yes or no? Yes or no? You're
politician.
Yeah, you're a politician.
Come on, no.
Is he a
Yes or
superstar
no?
or not? Oh,
Come on, Juice, man.
Josh Allen, when you talk about Josh Allen, you're going to be talking about, when you talk about Patrick Mahomes, I call him Mahomie because I was dressed as him 2 of the last 3 Halloweens. I had the wig and the little mustache, the whole thing. You got to talk about him in terms of Tom Brady, Johnny Unitas, the best. You know,
You doing
so
everything, but your dance. I didn't know you danced this good. You are I know. You were one of the best dancers I ever seen. We asked you a yes or no question.
Come on, OJ.
Come on, is he a superstar
Is he a superstar
or not? Yes or no?
No, he's not. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. I do think Josh Allen is one of the best football players in the game.
That was pause. That was smooth, OJ.
Patrick Mahomes is here. Then you can argue about all the rest of the guys.
Well, listen to this, OJ. Until you answer, I'm only acknowledging OJ, the Juice Man from Atlanta. Cam, it's back to
you. You got to stop dancing. Let me tell you something. You could definitely be a politician because these answers is crazy. Let me put
it this way. Yeah. If I was drafted, I would draft Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, so listen, and that's fair because that's like asking if you would get Michael Jordan. So let me use another comparison. Do you like him better than Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
Let me see who else
is up.
What about Justin?
I love Lamar Jackson.
Do you like him better than Joe Burrows? Do you like him better than Joe Burrows is the question.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've had Joe Burrow in my fantasy the last 2 years, and Joe Burrow is a classic pocket quarterback, like Brady. Like United,
he's doing everything but answering today, man.
Juice said he had him in his fantasy.
Juice is doing everything but answering the question. You know why Juice don't want to answer the question?
Because even Buffalo.
Yeah, you know why? Because Joe Burrow sent Josh Allen home last year. That's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. Though you think we ain't got our fouls up here?
Joe Burrow
sent Josh Allen home last year. That's what the fuck happened.
He led me damn near to the championship. So. I'm a Joe Burrow. If I could have drafted him this year, I would have drafted him.
Who would you rather have, Joe Burrow or...
I got Trevor Lawrence, who's going to be right in that conversation soon.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God.
I got
OJ, come on, Juice.
God, Juice, we just want to know
come on,
who
Juice.
would you rather have, Josh Allen or Joe Burrows?
Going to be in that quarterback conversation.
Oh, okay. This is the last opportunity we're going to give to you to answer the question.
I need my gavel. I need my gavel right now.
Oh, last time? Joe Burrow or Josh Allen?
Just a name.
I don't think
Juice 2024. Juice 2024.
I'm going to Buffalo in a couple of weeks. So, I got to go Josh Allen. I'm going to Buffalo in a couple of weeks.
Juice 2024.
This shit on StatX, this shit, man. This is on Stat fault, man. Yeah, man.
I got to go Josh, man.
Okay.
I would go Josh right after Holmes.
Okay.
Patrick, I'm going first and foremost. It's not even an argument. And then I'm going my man, Josh Allen.
Okay, that's a very bold take, but okay. Another very interesting game this past weekend was the Cowboys versus Giants. The game ended with the Cowboys scoring 40 points and the Giants scoring 0. What are your thoughts?
I told you. Listen, Mase and y'all can have this whole shit. Cowboys get no run in my motherfucking opinion till about week 10 when everybody hopes is all high and then they disappoint you. I hate talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah, how about we just have a moment of silence for the Cowboys? Yeah. Nobody say anything about the Cowboys.
I like that.
1, 2, 3.
The Giants weren't ready to play. The Giants were horrible in every phase of the game. They were not ready to play.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. No.
Juice, give us your take because we moving on. I don't got nothing to say. What do you have to say about the game?
The Giants weren't ready to play. When you got every element of your game not working, and every team has gone through it, Cincinnati, to some degree, went through it this week. Nothing was working for them. And guys are dropping the ball. They're catching the ball, dropping the ball. I blame whenever a team come out like that, totally not ready to play in every phase of the game. I say it's on the coach. Coach didn't have them ready to play. I'm not saying they could beat, they would have won, but I'm just saying they didn't play. They just didn't come to play.
When you have a blocked field goal and they run it back for 58 yards, that's more than just the coach. I think they
Yeah,
just
I know. You get look. You understand this. The Giants, they'll play. I don't know who they play this week. They'll be good. They'll play well. That was just a horrible game, and teams get that. I mean, that happens. And whenever I see it happen in every phase of the game, they had problems. Everybody dropped the ball. So Saquon Barkley fumbled. I mean, they weren't ready to play. They just mentally and everything was not ready to play that game.
So let me ask you, blame
the coach.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because like I said, I don't even give a fuck about the Cowboys or the Giants really, but I know we need to talk about them. Let me ask you this. Bringing that up, are the Giants justified for not paying this nigga, Saquon? What do you think about that?
No, come on. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, you're a running back. Of course you feel like that.
Yeah. OJ is so compassionate.
Too.
Yeah.
They're going to try to screw him next year. They're going to say he's getting closer to 30, and running backs fall off at that. They don't want to give him a long-term contract, and they only have to pay him $12 million next year.
So you think this is that thing that AB was talking about when you just start making your way to that age?
He's young. That nigga Saquon Barkley, like
he's
fucking
26.
He's young as shit. He's not even fucking 30 yet.
Yeah. But the closer he gets, that's what they do. They come out of college, they give him a 4-year contract. But it's really a 6-year contract because they got 2 franchise tags on them. So if they come out, let's say, at 21, by the time it's over, they're 27, and the owners are saying, well, we don't want to give you a long-term contract because you're going to be close to 30 when in the 3rd year, and you guys fall off close to 30. It's BS. And the only way they could rectify it, and I've preached this for the last 2 years, is they got to stop the franchise tag on the running backs. That's the only way they could make this fair for the let them go out and negotiate a deal with somebody. Let the team have the right to match it, but let them go out and trust me. If Jonathan Taylor did not, everybody said they let him negotiate. Nobody picked him up. Those 5 teams that talked to him, they were willing to pay him. That's why they showed interest, but they weren't willing to give up what the Colts wanted on top of what they were going to. So if they just eliminate the franchise tag for the running backs, I think that would rectify this inequity. And I think all the players would support it.
OJ, that's amazing that you would say that, OJ. See, I go to church and you're more forgiving than me. That's the weird part.
Crazy.
That's
man.
Weird.
Listen, man, because them running backs try to stick together and shit.
Yeah,
OJ. Listen, I'm not knocking Saquon. I like Saquon a lot. I love Derrick Henry, pause. But this is when the owners are like, you want $2 billion and we haven't scored a point.
What about Jerry Jones? You think Jerry Jones feel justified?
After the way Zeke fumbled and all that other shit on Sunday, I was watching. I didn't watch the whole Philadelphia New England game, but they can't wait to show them highlights of Zeke fumbling and all type of shit.
Yeah, so, then they win by 40. He's thinking he did the right thing.
No, Ezekiel Elliott. I'm talking. Well, you're talking about the Giants.
Yeah,
which you're correct. And I was thinking about when we was talking about not paying players, how they paid Ezekiel Elliott. They get rid of him. He goes to New England Patriots, and when I'm watching the highlights of the game, they showing them fumbling and everything else.
But when a tight end like T.J. Hawkinson, who most people don't even know, makes more money than the best running backs in football, more than McCaffrey, more than Henry, more than Saquon, more than Jonathan Taylor, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Who is T.J. Hawkinson? Oh, I tried to draft him in my fantasy as a tight end, but he's making more money than the best paid running back. That's just not right.
Okay. And lastly, in a more exciting game, the Miami Dolphins beat the Chargers by 2 points. Do you believe the Miami Dolphins are the most complete team, or does another team come to mind, OJ?
Complete team, no, because their defense is good but not great. Offense,
oh my
it's
God,
like,
OJ.
like
Anybody in the
Deion
same
said,
conference as the
speed
Bills,
kills.
man.
Their
Anything in
offense is the
that
scariest offense in
fucking
football.
AFC East with anything with the Bills, anything in the same conference with the Bills, you give no props. Oh,
Yeah, they're
no
good,
props.
but not great.
Yeah, they win the
They're
game.
okay, but not good.
What the fuck?
Cam,
Oh,
you told
like
me you
yo,
watched
you
me on
can't do
X.
this. You
You've
can't.
heard me preach that I was afraid of the Jets and I was afraid of Miami because what Miami has on that offense is speed. They're the scariest offense in the league. Defensive backs do not want to play the Dolphins, and if Tua's on the field, Tua is going to be the MVP if he could stay on the field. And those receivers, Hill and Waddle, come on.
Yeah,
They're the scariest
500 yards.
offense.
What do you have? 566, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your team. He had about.
They are great.
Yeah,
Their offense is great.
and
Defense is
Tariq
so
Hill had 210 yards.
That's a
210
Florida
yards.
team, though, Cam.
Yeah, I know it's not. It's South Florida. You're not from
Florida.
South Florida. You're not from South
It's a
Florida. I had
Florida
this
team.
argument with Stats
It's a
the
We
other
Florida
did.
day.
team.
We had to.
did.
Y'all guys are not from South Florida, so I got a
was
place in
to claim
South
it, though.
Florida.
I was cool.
Actually, I have a place.
Claim it, though.
I actually got a place in South Florida. You guys are not. Neither one of you two are from
I
South
can
Florida.
claim South Florida, though, so
I
don't,
lived
yeah.
there for 11 years.
Yeah.
And I lived there February, March, and April this coming year. I'm in South Florida more than you are in South Florida.
Woo!
Telling two Floridians. Juice talking crazy to y'all two.
The only
Fuck y'all
juice
talking-
man I acknowledge is in Atlanta.
Juice said, fuck y'all talking about. Yo, Juice, the problem is this. See, and I'm not going to say Stat. I'm going to say Mase. Mase wants to use any part of Florida when it's convenient. He's born in Jacksonville, but then he moves over to Tampa when he go to Tampa. Now he's in Miami because it's a Florida team. It's all Heisman Trophy team of all time. They all from Florida. You know who my favorite team is, Juice? In any sport? You know who my favorite team is in any sport?
I don't know.
I'm
I
telling
would
you now.
say what?
The Harlem Globetrotters. We don't lose. All right? From Harlem, baby.
Growing up, yeah.
And Columbus, my
That's
second
fucking
Let
home.
OJ speak. Let
Can I
OJ
make a
speak.
bet?
What'd you say?
Hey, can I make a bet with you guys on the Globetrotters? I bet they win.
We don't lose. We only play. We don't lose. We from Harlem, baby. We don't lose, man.
As your sponsor, can I put a bet on the Globetrotters?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, OJ, thanks for joining us today. Let us know in the comments who
Present.
you think has the most complete team.
Yo, thank you so much for being back with us. We appreciate you. Appreciate you. Your analyst takes are very, very dope, and we appreciate you. Next time, though, you got to stop hating on anything against Buffalo, though, bro. That's
can't do
crazy.
that.
You-
Can't do that.
All right, man.
They're going to bounce back. It's like Cincinnati's going to. You know the three
Here we go.
top-rated teams
Here we go.
in football.
Here we go. Go
Going
ahead.
into this season, the three top-rated teams in football, Kansas City, Buffalo, and Cincinnati, all lost.
Ooh.
But it means nothing. First week.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, OJ, when you're wrong, I'm going to give you some OJ Juice Man records to learn.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to perform them if you do not get it right.
Yeah, that's a bet. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that's the bet we'll make.
Hey, I'm all for it.
All right, good looking. Oh, good
yes.
seeing you this week. We
Thanks so
appreciate
much,
you.
OJ.
Yes.
God bless, guys. Take care.
Yes. Thank
See
you.
you soon.
And let us know in the comments who you think has the most complete team. And with that, we'll be right back.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I here this woman wanna be free? Hell, I don't wanna see her and walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about you.
Welcome back. At a Baylor versus Utah game, RG3 was making comments with the fans and explaining how he couldn't wait to get into the thick of one of the greatest college football traditions in the world. Then he proceeded to say, I'm getting into the thick of it like Kyle Lowry. What are your thoughts?
Pause. First of all, pause.
Yo, that's
That
passive.
was
That's passive
crazy.
pause, man.
That was a 2-game suspension, dock of pay.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
Doc. Definitely Doc. My thing about that is this. You got Murder. You can go first. Because I got a couple of things to say about it.
What did he mean by the thick of it?
Like Kyle Lowry. Listen.
So he's calling niggas thick?
Yes. Yeah. My thing is this. I have two things to say about it. You're calling niggas thick.
Yeah.
Same way Ryan Clark called Tua Onyx dancer and all that. Tua was pissed about Tua had a whole
He
attitude
said
on
he's
it.
thick as an onyx
That's
dancer?
what Ryan Clark said about Tua. Tua was pissed about that shit. He was dumb mad. I would have been mad too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was,
Like,
that
the
was
fuck is
definitely
that?
off limits.
Yeah, but back to RG3. My thing is this. Kyle Lowry don't even play football, so you don't watch the basketball players and shit. He not even in college. This is apples and oranges. What the fuck do this got to do with Kyle Lowry on your mind at a college
Who's
game?
watching niggas' shorts?
Bro,
That's crazy.
You right, but this is what I'm saying. Let's think about the scenario, Murder. Think about scenario, right? It was Alabama?
It was Baylor versus Utah.
Baylor versus Utah. The crowd is mad people outside. Nigga says, I'm going to get in the thick of this like Kyle Lowry. What the fuck is that, yo? Yo, what's on your mind, nigga? Like,
He's trying to go viral. I thought about it.
nah, fuck that. There's other ways to go
RG3,
viral,
yeah,
bro.
he
There's
trying to
other
go
ways to
viral.
go viral.
You know the young niggas don't care how they go viral, long as they go
That
viral.
nigga ain't that young,
not.
bro. He's really not that young, my
That's
nigga.
the nigga that used to wear the socks, right?
What you mean?
Play football and stuff with the funny socks.
He was nice, but he scrambled too much and he kept getting hurt. He kind of was like Lamar Jackson before Lamar Jackson, but he was getting hit too much. Pause. So, he's a great analyst, but I'm just trying to put my brain to where you in a college crowd, you like, this shit thick like Kyle Lowry. What the fuck is it? I don't get. That's what's on you. You got sayings. Oh, yo, shorty thicker than oatmeal.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, shorty thicker than peanut butter in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit thick like Kyle Lowry. Yo,
This is thicker than Kyle Lowry.
listen,
That's
man.
wild.
I think, Stat, what you think?
I would just be mad because I was just like, what was the point of that? You brought me into this for what?
Right,
Like,
Yeah.
exactly, man.
and Kyle Lowry already be getting mad because people already be calling him thick. Like, dang, can you watch me play? Like, that's
So
just.
tell me, niggas been calling Kyle Lowry?
Yes, they call him a thick, like as like a diss, and he's like, I'm still athletic. Like, why you got to be calling me thick for?
I ain't hold the fuck on. I'm in.
that's
I'm glad I'm
wild.
not in these circles. Hold the fuck
What
on.
circles is calling them
Time
thick?
out. It's a circle of men
Like, people
calling.
call him thick.
No,
Like,
people are men.
Who? What people?
men call him thick,
Give
and
us,
he doesn't
give
like
us
it.
a name.
He had a whole interview because he was like, because basically they were asking him how he felt about being called thick, and he didn't like it. Because who would like that?
Who called
Outside
them
of
thick?
RG3, who called
Yeah,
him
I don't
thick?
know. I gotta find the names, but he was talking about
Nah.
people calling him
I
thick.
think Pat
I
Riley
felt
said
bad.
something about him too.
There's a couple
Pat
people.
Riley, see,
they started
I-
making memes
I
of
don't
him in
care. Nobody
shorts.
say Pat Riley ain't memes and shorts. What kind of shorts?
Like, like the Daisy Dude, like the outfit, like they
Like
had him in
they
shorts.
had
Nah,
the picture with it.
Yeah, he
with,
opened up about
Come
it.
on, baby.
Yo,
Come
I'm not laughing at none of this shit.
Yeah, he said-
I'm not knocking anybody who likes pause because they'll start coming to me. Oh, Cam, you hating? Look, I'm not saying if you're into that, I'm not knocking you if you into that. All I'm saying is this nigga just trying to play basketball and he may not be one to be watched like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
all
not
I'm
why he
saying.
did it.
But he
Yeah.
said he's cool with it. Y'all can create all the memes y'all want. I embrace it. I love it. So being thick's been good for him.
Let's
Wow.
move on.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Shit done getting
Let's move on.
crazy, man.
Yeah,
That
you're
shit
going
getting
too wild.
Yeah,
So,
now he with it.
Yeah, now he's for it.
Yeah.
All you could do is brace it in that situation. But moving along, Miss Coco Gauff is now the U.S. Open champion after winning her first title at 19 years old.
Mhm.
She said, "Thank you to the people who didn't believe in me." What are your thoughts on her win?
Well, I'm gonna tell. Matter of fact, I want to talk to Bob. I want to talk to Bob about this.
Yeah.
The reason I want to talk about, first of all, congratulations, Coco Gauff, Black Girl Magic. Fucking amazing.
We love it.
Yo, listen, man, I've been rooting for you. This is what I will say. Listen, I seen about 3 years ago, it may have been 2, maybe 3, when she was playing the Black Asian girl. I can't think of her name.
Naomi Osaka?
Yeah, she got the rapper boyfriend. And Naomi was killing Coco, and Coco started crying. And she was like, Naomi brought her in for the interview after she beat her. Naomi started crying. I was like, this girl, Coco, is good, but her body wasn't fully developed yet to have the strength to beat some of these older teenagers or, and females in their young 20s. And I was like, when she gets older and builds more muscle, she's gonna be really good. She was just underdeveloped for me 3-4 years ago. So her being 19 and she's developed and she's playing well. She's got bigger, stronger, faster. Congratulations to you. That's fucking really dope. Reason I want to talk to you real quick, Bob, about this is because Treasure put up a meme the other day. So Coco Gauff won, Miami Dolphins won.
Yeah.
The football team Messi played with won.
Yeah.
Like 2 other South Florida teams won. She talking about it's a Florida thing. But it was a South Florida thing. And now niggas from all over Florida want to claim South Florida. And listen, I ain't gonna put you in
Killer.
it, Bob. No.
Killer,
Especially
stop
not you.
that, Killer.
Especially not you,
You
Murder.
got on a Colorado sweater,
So
Killer.
what? You said I was on the bandwagon. I said, yeah. Now, if you want to say you're on the bandwagon,
I'm from Florida.
It's South Florida. It's different.
See, I don't get you. When things are wrong, then I'm from Florida. But when things get right, I'm not from Florida.
I didn't even throw
Where
you
am I
in
from?
it.
Where am I from to you?
What's your social say?
You gotta watch him. You gotta watch him, Bob. You gotta watch him. When things go bad, I'm from Florida. When Florida get cooking, I'm from New York again.
Yo, listen, it's different. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, and it is what it is. No disrespect, no pun intended, neither.
Yeah.
We both really from New York.
Yeah.
Are you from Buffalo? Are you from Albany?
Are you from Rochester?
And no disrespect to these people from these states, because they'll get mad like, oh, we're not trying to diss you. It's just when you're from New York City, we don't necessarily tend to accept the other. Like when nigga be like, yo, I'm from New York, you be like, what part? You be like, Buffalo. You be like, if you ain't Griselda, then
only Griselda get a pass.
Yeah, that's about it. Don't use that. So I'm saying about Florida, if you from Miami, do you claim a part of you're from Miami. Do you claim Jacksonville and Tampa a part of where you from?
It is.
See?
It is different. It's different.
He's from, look at back.
It is.
Yo, put the camera, put the big screen on Bob Force. Yeah. Now look, Bob. So you're
Bob
saying
ain't Florida.
He from Miami.
Nah, he's
Florida.
real Miami, because like you can't claim Coral Gables or like Brickell, like those don't count.
Well, I'm like Kodak.
North Miami Beach.
I'm like
Broward
Kodak.
County.
You can't deny that I'm from Florida.
Nobody said that you wasn't. We just said that. Bob said, I'm from Miami, not Florida. That's what he just said.
There is a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
And so when you made that post the other day, you took the South Florida out and just said, yeah, it's a Florida thing, but took the South part out. Because I clicked on it and went to the caption.
Right.
And the caption says South Florida. But when you put your caption, it just said Florida.
Isn't Miami a part of Florida though?
Yes.
It's its own thing though.
No, but
I learned that quick.
Isn't Buffalo in the same state as New York?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
But Jacksonville is more Florida than Buffalo is like the other parts of New York. That's the difference.
Duval.
You like-
You're right.
You're not even from Duval. I'm like, yo.
My birth certificate says Jacksonville, Florida. My
crazy,
family's
man.
there.
This
I don't know
is
what to tell
crazy,
you.
man. Shit is wild at this point, man.
Anything
don't
can
know
happen
what
in
to
Miami
tell you.
can happen in Duval.
Yo, man.
Like
Listen,
Miami was my
It's not
recent years,
soft
but
at
Jacksonville's
all.
my birth certificate. But I
Have
don't
you
know.
ever
I'm still young. I got time.
Jacksonville is on your birth certificate?
Yes.
Oh.
Y'all really related now. Listen, this is what I will say real quick. Big shout out to Jacksonville, the whole Florida, Buffalo, Albany, everything that we was talking about. We just having fun.
Yeah.
Because when we slide through there, niggas be like, bro, what was that shit you was talking on?
And
we fuck with y'all
Rochester,
niggas.
we love y'all.
Rochester, we love y'all, but we're all just proud of where we're from.
Yeah.
Like they're both from Jacksonville. I'm from Harlem.
Well, again, congrats to Coco Golf. That's super dope. We're all
Congrats.
rooting for you. We have been this
Yes.
whole time.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning into today's episode. And as always, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yep.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs. Like when they doing them 2 for $5.